Things nobody told you about buying a new construction home, episode 2. Okay, so the truth about model home pricing and what you see isn't always what you get. Hello everyone, my name is Gwen Ransom. I'm your intentional agent, and I am a new home construction specialist. I sell a lot of new homes, and so I wanted to do this series on new home constructions. So if you are a person who is looking to buy within the next 6 months, within the next year, and you are looking at new construction homes, then this series is for you, because I want to make sure that you're educated throughout your transaction so that you're not blindsided and you already know what to expect when you go in and start looking for new construction homes. Okay, so one of the biggest heartbreaks that I get from my many of my buyers is, of course, you're getting excited about purchasing your home. You're starting to look at new construction, a lot of new construction out here in Fort Bend County, a lot of new developments, a lot of new communities are coming up, and you're seeing signs everywhere that says these homes are $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 homes, and you thinking, okay, that's in my budget. This is going to be the community for me. And then you go in there and you talk to the sales consultant or sales agent, and you discover that that home is not actually the price that's on that sign. There are some reasons for that, and I want to make sure that you understand them. So my goal tonight isn't to sell you a home, but my goal is to help you become an informed buyer, because the more you understand before you walk into the model home, the more comfortable you'll feel when it's time to make that one of the biggest decisions of your life. And so if you're watching live, say hello, let me know where you're from. If you have any questions about new construction, put it in the comments, and I'll be sure to get your answers to you. So tonight we're talking about, let's start off by talking about the model home, okay? The model home, you've rode around neighborhoods, you looked at houses, you drove through the houses, through the streets and stuff, you're looking at all the different designs and different plans, and you're looking at the landscaping and how pretty it is, and everything is perfect, right? It's made for that, right? The builders build so that when you're coming in looking at a new construction home, it's appeasing to you, okay? So it's just like going on to a car lot, a dealership, right? When you go into a dealership, you're seeing all of the new cars, right, with all of the upgrades in there, and everything is looking good, it's smelling good. New construction is the same way, okay? So one of the biggest misunderstandings is, and many of my buyers are caught off guard when they see the signs, and then they walk into the model home and figure out that that home is not that price. There are some features there that's included, that may or may not be included in the starting price. Some things like upgraded countertops, upgraded cabinets, designer lighting, luxury flooring, extended patios, larger lots. Those lots also have prices on them. Those are included into the price of the home, okay? And so when you're going out there and you're looking into new construction, please remember when you're going into the model homes that what you see, everything that you see in that model home is 9 times out of 10 an upgrade, right? An upgrade. And so with those upgrades come more money, okay? So you want to make sure that you're aware of that, okay? It doesn't mean that you can't have them. It just means that it's important to know which features included and which ones cost extra. So what should you ask when you're going into a new construction home? First of all, if you're touring a model home please don't be scared to ask questions, okay? Any questions that you have about that home or about that builder or about what's standard and what's the upgrade, ask those questions, okay? Some of my favorite questions are, is everything I see included in the price? Let's just start there, put it out there on the table, so that way we can all know what's included and what's not. Can you show me the standard features? Now, some of the builders, they have standard features as far as standard cabinetry, going in, crown molding, extended patios. Some of the builders have it, some of the builders don't, okay? Not every builder is the same, and they don't offer the same when it comes to upgrades. You want to make sure that you're asking that question so that you're aware of what you're getting ready to sign off for and what you're getting ready to buy. You want to make sure that that is a question that you ask so you can make the best decision for your family, okay? Another question, do you have an option price sheet? Ask for a price sheet. What is the price of those cabinets for that upgrade? What is the price of those floors? Does that come with the home? Is that standard, or is it carpet that's standard? Okay. These are the questions, some of the questions that you want to ask. And I want you to just sit down and make a list. When you think about going into a home, when you're thinking about purchasing new construction, sit down and make a list of questions that come to mind and write them down, so that way when you go and visit that model home and you talk to that sales agent, you can have those questions right there to be able to get those answers. Now, where should you spend your money? This is a conversation that I have with my buyers because I want to make sure that you're spending your money in places that are going to benefit you in the long run, okay? Not every great upgrade is going to be worth paying for through the builder. Now, sometimes the builders will have incentives such as appliances, you know, the washer, dryer, refrigerator, blinds. Some builders don't, okay? And sometimes those questions come up that if you don't have a refrigerator or a washer and dryer, those are going to be upgrades. Some of those are considered upgrades. You do not want to spend 30 years paying off a refrigerator or a washer and dryer, okay? Because if you add that into an upgrade as an upgrade in your new construction home, and it goes into the price of your home, you're paying 30 years for that refrigerator, for that washer and dryer, for any kind of upgrade that you've added into the contract of a new construction home. So some of the things are not going to be worth adding that into the home price. You can get a refrigerator cheaper than putting it in, adding it into as an upgrade. You can get washer and dryer cheaper at Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, than adding it into your yearly, your price of the sale of the home. You can get that cheaper. So those are some of the things that you may not want to add that into the sale of the home, the price of the sale of the home, okay? Ceiling fans is a big one. Some homes come with the connection for ceiling fans, but some of the rooms don't have ceiling fans in them. It's okay, okay? Think about, do you want to spend just a couple of $100s buying ceiling fans and getting them put up? Or do you want to spend 30 years paying off that ceiling fan because you added it into the sales price? It's just a thought, right? I just want to make sure that you're kind of thinking about some of the upgrades are not going to be worth adding it into your sales price. Some things you can get after you close on the house, and you take a couple of weeks, you kind of learn your home, and then you're kind of figuring out, okay, what do I really need in my home? Do I need that ceiling fan in that room, or can I wait and get central air? The central air is blowing just fine, right? So those are some of the upgrades that you just want to kind of think about. Another thing is when you're going into the model home, it's beautiful. I guarantee when you walk in the door, it's like, oh, and everything is beautiful up in there, and they have it all staged, and the furniture is beautiful. It's in the right place, and it's laid out perfectly, and you know, everything is so bright in there. And please don't fall in love with that decor. Okay? Don't fall in love with the couch. Okay? Don't fall in love with the beautiful wall that's been painted, that accent wall, and it's so perfect in the home. Don't fall in love with that, because that is an upgrade. I can tell you 9 times out of 10, those accent walls, I don't care if it's just got a paint, just one coat of paint on there, it's an upgrade. Okay? You can paint that yourself after you buy the house. Okay? So just keep that in mind when you're going and looking at new construction home. Some of the upgrades don't need to be added into your sales price. Okay? Because you really have to remember your sales price is what you're paying over the amount of the years amount over the loan, right? So if you have a 30-year loan, then every upgrade that you put into that contract, you're paying off for 30 years. Okay? I hope that I explained that simpler so that you can understand. Every upgrade that you ask for, that you agree to in that contract, once you sign off on that contract and buy that house, however long your mortgage loan is for, that's how long you're paying that upgrade off. Okay? So think about it like that. Okay? One of the other things one of the biggest piece of advice is, if there's one thing I hope that you take away from tonight, is don't be afraid to ask questions. Buying a home isn't about trying to impress anybody. It's about making a decision that's going to be right for you and your family. Okay? And so there are no silly questions. Please, please, please ask the question. Okay? You can call me at any time. I'm always available. I love educating people about purchasing a home. If you just want to sit down and just talk about it, talk things through, I'm here for you. So just ask the questions. If you go into a model home and you start talking to a sales agent, ask your questions, okay? Because I want to make sure that you understand what you're getting into when you're signing off on that contract, okay? So I hope tonight helped you see how model homes are a little different, are a little different when you go into for the sales price. Like I said, a lot of times I ride through the communities, I see the new communities coming up, I see the signs out there that says in this community the homes are $200,000, in this community the homes are $300,000, in this community the homes are $400,000. Please do not fall in love with that number on that sign, because I guarantee when you go into the sales, into the model home, that price is not going to be that. Okay? It will not be that. That is a starting point. Okay? It is a starting point from where the builder bought the land, and then they broke it down into, you know, each section and all of that there. And so that's just an average price, but each home is going to have a price on it that's higher than what's on that sign. All right? The model homes are always beautiful. Okay, I love them. I love new construction. I love new stuff. Okay, they're exciting when you're getting ready to purchase, and you know, they can absolutely be your dream home, and that's a wonderful thing. I just want to make sure that you're informed before you go out and you start looking. So if you found this information helpful, please help me share this information with someone who is thinking about buying a home. You never know who needs this information. Share it with someone. Comment down below if you have any questions about it. If you've been wondering about whether home ownership is possible for you, even if you're thinking you're not ready yet, believe me, you never know until we sit down and talk, okay? And I would love to have that conversation with you. No pressure. I'm not trying to sell you anything tonight. Just know that I'm here for you, okay? So, every Monday, I will be doing these lives here at 7 p.m. Things that no one tells you about new construction, things that I want you to know so that you can understand. If you have anything that you want to talk about during this here series, if you have any questions about new construction, please let me know. So when I do come back on the lives, I can bring that question out. You never know who else has that question. Go ahead on and like this live for me. Like I said, share it with someone. If you know someone who's looking, if you're looking, it may not be you're looking within the next 30, 60, 90 days. You may not even be looking until sometime next year, or you don't know when you're going to start looking. But get the information now, okay? Get the information now. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate y'all supporting me and watching my lives, and hopefully this information will help someone buy a new construction home. So until then, next time, my name is Gwen Ransom, your intentional agent. You can always reach me at 346-702-6748. Let me know how I can help you. Bye, y'all. Thank you so much.